Ladies and gentlemen, this is Food, Fitness, and Fun with Dre. That's that guy. And
Yeah.
me, JD. This is episode 20. Ooh, we hit a dub on them. You know what I'm saying? A
Yes.
dub. 20. 20 on
Big
them.
two. Yeah, the big
We
2
put
0.
numbers in now.
Right. We doing it now.
20
We
on
got
them.
hope.
This ain't no random thing anymore. You know what I'm saying?
We got traction.
You know what I'm saying? It's got 20 on him. All right, we're going to jump right in. So Dre has a meal ready for y'all, and this is sponsored by Dre. Take it away.
All right, this is a real quick one. But I thought about it today. This podcast is sponsored by protein pancakes. Have you ever
Ooh.
tried them? They're great. So, if you're into working out at all, a lot of people use different types of protein powders, right? It could be whey protein, casein, some sort of like organic plant based protein,
Right.
whatever. It's plenty of different powders. But what you want to do, a good way to have some good protein and have some pancakes is you take the same protein powder that you normally would do, mix it, get into like a batter, and then, hey, do it like you would make regular pancakes. You know how to make pancakes, put it in there, flap it out, blah, 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 blah. But now you have a super powerful protein breakfast. I usually do mine maybe with some like egg whites, something like that. I'll send you a pic. But we talking about a very good low calorie meal with easily a good 20, 30 grams of protein. It's absolutely delicious. If you're smart, you can get some fruit to go with it, apples, bananas, whatever. Some low calorie syrup, if you will, they could have put over there if that's what you went to. If you like, meat, you can maybe do some like couple of sausage links or something. Or if you don't, you could get like a turkey thing or some sort of like beyond meat, impossible meat,
Right.
sausage thing if you want to do that. But your biggest protein source would be those actual protein pancakes. So, protein pancakes, try it. They are awesome, very filling, and low in calories because that's the way,
I
I
like
like
it.
it.
That's the way. I like it. When you get. No, all right, that's it.
All
Hey.
right,
Yo,
yeah.
that's dope, man. Protein pancakes. You know what I do? I don't use a lot of that whey protein powder and stuff, but I use like something similar I've done before is I'll throw either almond butter or peanut butter in the pancake batter
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
up the ante.
Yeah. It's a lot of ways you could do it,
You know what I'm saying?
There's something, for calorie freaks like me called PB2.
I heard
It's
of this. You told me
yeah,
about
I
this.
told you about it. Yeah, it's like a peanut butter substitute, whatever. Basically just dry peanut butter. You add water and then it has like a peanut taste. But if you take that PB2 and your protein powder and put that in the batter, now you're talking about peanut butter flavored protein
You know what I'm
pancakes.
saying?
Then that makes your taste in your mouth be like, yo, what is this? There's
You
a
know what I'm
lot
saying?
happening.
Then you
And
got
then it's
Franken pancakes.
you know what I mean? But that's what you want. You want to
That's
try
it.
different things. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Nice and low in
Absolutely.
calories, ton of protein. It's the joint.
No doubt. Yo, real quick, did you see Chappelle?
I heard this. Yeah, I did see it.
did
Yep,
you did you
yep.
watch it or no?
I watched it. Yes, the whole
Son,
thing today.
when you said me too, when you said, or you could put some Beyond or Impossible in there.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, man, he's talking about the V. Yeah, no doubt. And it was
Yo,
funny. That's probably what
he
what,
said.
what had it
I
going
mean,
on.
you might have Beyond Vagina or Impossible Vagina. I don't know.
Right. Yo. And my thing was, y'all saw this all this like people getting mad at him, whatever. But I was like, what did he say? Like, what was that? It was mad. It was funny. Number one, he's a comedian, and he was saying that the whole time, like, you going to be offended. So it's like, look out.
Right.
And I mean, he also said space Jews. So why are people upset? It was funny. I loved it.
It was very funny and very controversial. We'll leave it there for now. Let's get
Yeah,
into
we can move on.
some other shit, uh, which I guess we could segue off of that. So yeah, people are online saying a lot of things about
Yep.
Chappelle, and we spoke a lot about online topics last week with everything
Yeah,
with
we went in.
Facebook and the whistleblower and all of that.
Yep.
And
Yeah, we went in on
I
that.
just want to know, what would you do for likes?
For likes.
What
Me
would you do for
personally,
likes?
or anybody.
We
So
dive in, son. We could
well, you
start
gotta
general. We could
understand.
start specific. You know what I'm
Well, we
saying?
might as well start.
Some people go butt ass for the likes.
Right, right. No, it's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
So
I remember when I was littler. You know what I'm saying? When I was
yeah,
littler, that's what they say on Boondocks. When I was littler, D'Angelo was spinning around butt ass naked in one of his music videos. Remember that?
I do remember that.
And he went butt ass for the likes. You know what I'm saying? That was before
Yeah,
there was an Instagram or a TikTok.
right,
He went butt ass for the likes.
right.
Nowadays, everybody's butt ass naked for the likes.
That's easy now. That's
You know what
easy.
I'm
We got,
saying?
you got to go.
Nowadays, that's not right. I'm about to say nowadays butt ass ain't even enough. Everybody's
You got
butt
to
ass for
move.
the likes.
I mean,
So
some of these challenges, I don't know. They still doing weird challenges. People putting themselves on fire and all that crazy shit they was doing years ago. All kinds of dumb things. But me personally, you gotta say I'm old school, so it doesn't mean that much to me. Meaning, basically, it's like I look at likes the way you would look at likes in the real world. So
right,
basically, it's like if I put something out there, to me, it's like walking down the street. Right? If I just bought a new shirt, say I got this shirt on here, and 10 people tell me, "Oh man, I like that shirt." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I feel good." Like, "Oh man, people like my shirt."
right,
10 people is enough for me. So if it goes online and only 10 people like it,
right,
I feel absolutely amazed by it. I'm like,
right,
yo, 10 people like my picture or whatever it is.
right,
So that's enough validation for me. But I understand in this current society, that's nothing. That's like delete that picture because only 10 people liked it. Where my mindset don't even work like that. I'm like, well, 10
right,
people liked it. I feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's very so that being said, I'm not looking for something to go necessarily viral or I'm not looking for appeal. I'm the
right.
type of person where I say what I mean, I mean what I say,
Mhm.
and people might dig it, people may not dig it. That's that.
Right,
But yeah, it's you know, I'm a rebel in that kind of stuff. Like I'm not gonna do something just for that. If I do
right.
something and it happens to go, I think I showed you one time, like when I started my Instagram. I was just doing and you took the video. I was just doing some like bicep curls on that bicep machine. And one thing I really said about it was bicep machine. I don't really like this, but I'm starting to get into it. And that got like crazy views, and mad likes that I
Mhm.
was just like, wow, okay. I didn't do it for that.
Right,
I did it because I thought it was fun and I put it out there.
right,
But, that's to say like, oh, well, if I'm not going to put any other videos up, like if they don't get that kind of response, like, nah, I can't do that, man. So
right,
for me, ain't going to be much.
right.
What about yourself?
Yeah, it was an Instagram reel, right?
Yeah, it was an Instagram reel and the views got up to about 13,000
Mm-hmm.
and the likes got up to like maybe like 100 or something like that.
Nice.
And I was like impressed because I'm not wilding. It's not like
Right,
I didn't even take my shirt off or
right,
pull my thing out or nothing like that. I just you know what I'm saying. I'm just
Right.
doing bicep curls. You know
Right.
what I mean? Maybe it's the way you filmed it because you kind of did this like circular thing when you filmed it. Maybe it was
Right.
that. I don't know. But it was super regular. It was
Right.
nothing.
Super regular.
It was super
Yes.
regular.
That's the new term. Super regular. Oh shit. You already know what's the name of the episode. Super regular.
Yo.
Excuse me. Can I have a super regular?
Yes,
Yeah, I want to.
exactly.
No, I don't
Yeah,
want the.
yeah.
I don't want. The, no, I don't want the platinum. No, I don't even
No,
want the
no,
special.
no.
I would like a super regular.
Super regular.
Y'all don't have
I
super
mean,
regulars here. No, all right,
it's
let's
like
go, honey. Honey, let's go. They don't have super regulars
right,
here.
right. It's like you got the basic, but then below that is super regular. Like, damn, just nothing. No, nothing. I don't want no. And it's funny, man. And I'm let you say your part, but it's like I was looking at something today, and we spoke about this before in terms of like doing exercises and getting results and how people try to make up certain things for likes
Right,
and almost getting themselves injured or getting the people who watch them injured. Because the truth is,
right,
if you want results in terms of exercises of movements, it's really simple stuff. I don't know. I mean, okay, you don't have equipment, and I say do push-ups, do push-ups.
right.
I'm not gonna have you do something crazy and do it on your knuckles and clap and come back up. For what? We trying to build the
Euro
chest. Right.
training.
Exactly. Exactly. People making up all kinds of stuff to get those likes or get those views when it's
Right.
really just the basic stuff is
It works
it's
just fine.
basic. It works more than the regular stuff. I mean, more than that other fancy stuff. It's just basic stuff. I'm sorry.
Super regular.
It's super regular. I'm gonna teach you how to bench press, Cause when I do have clients, I have people that come out with me. We train. You've done it. You've trained with me, and it's like, are we doing anything weird? No, it's a lot. It's intense, but
Right.
it's super regular. It's
Son.
nothing.
I love it,
It's
son.
like
So
I'm
that
saying, you
that
want to
might be our
you get
first T-shirt, son.
fine.
Super regular.
You getting gas. You want the premium? No. You know what I'm
No,
saying? You want the
no,
you want the supreme? No, I don't need the supreme.
no.
What What do you need? I need the
Super
super
regular.
regular. Put that in my engine. Thank you.
You know what I'm
It's gonna
saying?
last. It's
You know what I'm
gonna last me
saying?
all week. I ain't got
Super
to get gas in
regular.
them. Super regular.
Son, I love it, son. I swear we about to make a T-shirt. Super regular. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send you like 30 designs this week. Super regular. That's it. Son, I love it. Son. I
No doubt,
love
man.
it. Super regular. Yeah, I mean, for likes, people do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like in hip hop culture, you got cats doing all type of wild stuff, hurting themselves, hurting other people, just to get those views, just to go viral. You know, outside of that, you got everybody on TikTok doing all these crazy dance moves and learning routines to try to stay trendy and get the likes. You know, I'm somewhere in the middle. As a person trying to build a brand and a person with products and services, like I told you, I believe when you get on social media, um, especially if you have a business, you want to create what they call community. You want to put out content that people enjoy, that is invoking thought.
Mhm.
um, so yeah, the likes, the way it's set up, certain things help with that. You know what I'm saying? So like your Instagram reel, it got a lot of views and likes, but if you made it a regular Instagram video, that shit would have been way down, because Instagram, especially when I told you about the Instagram reels, they're really pushing reels to the forefront, which was a blessing for you. And that video, I remember when you sent me the screenshot, you was like, son, I'm just doing bicep curls. That's like, son, like, bicep curls is high in the streets right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So yeah, I don't go butt ass for the likes. I'm not taking my shirt off yet. When I do, it's going to be because I want to, not for the likes. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be because I'm happy about my progress and I would like to show it off, not because I want to go viral. Um, but I think that the like culture is very interesting because that's why I mentioned D'Angelo, because I wanted to show that it's likes now, but it predates likes. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember what's this TV show? Oh, MTV, they had Jackass.
Oh
These
yeah,
dudes were doing all type of wild crazy shit. And I remember every time I saw it, even like channel surfing, I thought to myself, but what the fuck is this?
right.
Why are cats doing this wild crazy shit? They were doing it for contract extensions. They were doing it to get sponsors.
And
So the
views,
game has been the same for a minute. It's
right,
just that now you don't have to be a celeb. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be you in your crib with no followers and just like, all right, you know what? I want some likes. I'm gonna destroy my Samsung television on camera and I'm gonna put
right.
it up and see what happens. So you got cats doing all this stuff for likes. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's interesting because I think there are ways to do it. Uh, there are some case studies out there that are very interesting, both in good and bad ways.
Mm-hmm.
In the hip hop culture, we saw this dude 6ix9ine, and
Yeah,
he was a master of getting attention and going viral. And he did a lot
definitely.
of bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of things that caused real issues for people.
Yep.
Um, I think Jaden Smith is a great example of going viral in a positive way. Jaden
Yeah.
Smith has done a lot of things that show humility, that show humbleness, and he's constantly spoken about in a positive light. Um,
Yeah.
he doesn't go viral in the same way, but Jaden Smith, I've seen a bunch of videos with lots and lots of views about what he's trying to do with the homeless people in Los Angeles. He has a restaurant. You know about this?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a restaurant where it's like homeless cats come in and they eat for free. It's gotten a lot of great feedback, and I think it's great. Last week we spoke about the Big Willie challenge, and it's a little silly, but like I said last week, Will Smith is a genius, or maybe his team are geniuses, and it's gone viral. There's a bunch of posts of people doing this thing, and although it is silly, although it is funny, Will Smith may have gone viral for doing something that we will mock him over. It also created a domino effect of people who are trying to get fit, of people who were inspired by his weight loss or his fitness journey that he's beginning. And I think it's a smart way to do things. I think there's ways to go viral in a positive way, even though, like we've been saying for a few weeks now, the internet focuses on the negative. I think that you can do things in a positive light. And as a person into business stuff, I think that if you're a business owner or someone trying to start a brand, there are a lot of things you can do that will bring you likes if you're creative and if you're consistent. People like to see consistency and people like to see different things going on. And going back to Will Smith, I think he got a deal with Fitbit off that shit. I saw a recent post when I was looking up the post to put up the videos and pictures last week. In the video, when I put those like side by side images up, I was looking for his page because originally he reposted a lot of people. I guess his team took it down, but I
Yeah.
saw a couple posts about Fitbit stuff and he was tagging Fitbit. So he may have even got a Fitbit contract off of this. So it's a great way to bring business in and do things, but it's really about how you cultivate your feed. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think that people go absolutely nuts for the likes. I think it goes back to our dopamine conversation. I think it goes into a conversation about relevancy. People constantly want to be relevant and in the limelight. Um, another person we spoke about that does this all the time is Kanye West. Kanye West will go absolutely nuts to stay always in the public eye. Um, I don't think it's necessary. Like I said, I frown upon the antics. I think you can do great things and I don't know if you're going to get a million views, but I think that even small communities will give you positive reinforcement for the things that you're doing.
Yeah,
Uh, but people go nuts for the likes. You
yeah.
know, people
But
do that, and you even see celebs, like huge celebrities. I mean, even Mark Cuban, I think he does it more for his daughters, but Mark Cuban be doing dance moves on TikToks with his daughters.
yeah, I think people are getting smart enough that the one thing that people recognize, and this is what I'm coming to understand, even with my tiny super regular videos, is that people recognize authenticity. And the people, like you said, who do antics, a lot of times it's easy to see that they're doing antics, and I think people are getting turned off by that. You know what I'm saying? So with
Uh-huh.
you take like Jaden Smith, where it's like people respect him because they know that it's coming from a true place. It's not
Right.
necessarily, oh, I'm doing this for likes. You know what I'm saying? Like you go back years ago when he put the dress on, and that was going crazy, and everybody had everything to say about it, and so did I. But then when I looked at it and I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute, I like this kid because he's doing this because he wants to do this. Whether
Mm-hmm.
he is this sexuality or that sexuality was completely irrelevant. And when you look at his style, it's like, well, I do things because I want to do it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I want to show up this way, so I showed up that way. I wanted to put this on, so I put it on. I
Right.
see a problem, I'm gonna try to address it. And
Right.
I love that he's doing it, and his generation, not everybody in that generation, but people who think like him, those young cats coming up, are looking at real social problems, and a lot of them are saying, well, what can we do about it?
Right.
While he definitely has money and influence, but even like regular people who are just like, yo, I'm gonna go help clean up this beach. Now they'll bring their camera with them and do it, but they're also doing something that they like believe in. And so I think that a lot of times, because you see that a lot of times, you'll see just like somebody's baby dancing or something like that will get like so many views. Like, how did this happen? Because
Right.
people recognize authenticity, where it's just like, yeah, this 4 month 4 month baby is just doing what this baby wants to do, and people see that and think it's great or funny. So I feel like the more authentic videos are, um people can kind of see that, and when they're fake, people also see that. And some people don't care. They're like, yo, whatever, I don't care, I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna do everything, like you say, 6'9", I put all this crazy colors in my hair, I'm gonna do all this. And it's like, all right, yeah, you're all gonna get a lot of people, you're gonna spit fire at everybody, okay, good, whatever. But like you saying, having that middle where it's just like, well, yeah, I'm gonna bring my camera along, I'm gonna take pics, but I'm still gonna do things that are authentic, that I'm into, and present that. I
Right.
think that's the way that I see the public going, and that is a beautiful part of the whole social media, you know, because that negative stuff is always gonna be there. You know what I mean?
Right. Agreed. So we want to talk a little bit about a part we don't speak about often when it comes to fitness. And that question is, oh, that topic is mental health. So my question is, what role does mental health play in fitness? I'll start, and then you could dive in, Dre.
Yep.
Um, the reason I wanted to speak about mental health and fitness is because people often say, like, you have to be consistent, and it's just about showing up. And it is about showing up, and it is about consistency, it's about diet and all the things that we speak about. But it's also about the mentality, right? Um, when you read a lot of self-help books, one of the things they speak about in almost all of the books I've read is the mentality. They say, like, to be successful, you need a certain mentality. To survive certain situations, you need a certain mentality. And especially with COVID, everything that's going on, the mental game is really what's being attacked the most. And I think that that's one of the things that we haven't really touched on. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So mental health, right? Mental health is a wide spectrum. There's a lot of topics that can be covered in mental health. So I'm going to speak a little bit on how it can relate to fitness, right? Um, it's more about mentality, like those books are saying, right? You have to understand what it is that you're trying to do. We've spoken about goals. We've spoken about how it is that you need to be physically, what you that you need to be pushing yourself. But one of the things I haven't heard back when listening on the pod is the mental game, right? It's true that every day you have to show up. It's true that every day you have to be ready to go. But there are days when you're not going to want to go. There are days when life is completely kicking your ass and you like, son, I just want to lay down. Or maybe you just want to be around your kids or your significant other. There's nothing wrong with that. This is a very grueling life, especially the last couple years. We're all getting our asses handed to us on a daily basis. Jobs are changing, what the rules, people are telling you how you can work, how you cannot work. You know what I'm saying? Inflation is going through the roof. There's supply shortages, coin shortages, all type of stuff. What I'm saying is we're getting attacked from all angles, and that can be both mentally and physically draining. We have spoken about how for us, working out is a release. Working out is helpful, but I also understand that that's not the case for everyone. Not everyone feels like working out is an escape. Some people feel like working out is another task to add to my long laundry list of things to do. And that can be a taxing thing for mental health. And I totally get that. So, what I'm going to say is this: your mental health matters more than most things. If you're not okay mentally, if you're not all together mentally, it's going to be very challenging to take on all of these tasks while the world is kicking your teeth in. Absolutely. My advice is to realize that this workout routine, getting yourself together physically, will aid you in the mental health game. What does that mean? In my opinion, I'm not saying this is scientific facts, but in my opinion, when life is kicking your ass and you go to the gym, when life is kicking your ass and you go for a run, what kind of happens is you get a little bit of a break. You get a little bit of like a reset button, right? Does it mean that all your problems are gone? No, but it helps pull off some of that weight that's pulling you down. You know what I'm saying? It can do that. And if you feel like this is another thing I have to do, I don't want to do it, well then sit down and ask yourself, what are the pros and the cons, right? Is this something that's going to help me? How's it going to help me? If I take 30 minutes a day and go running, or if I take 30 minutes a day and get on the elliptical, what's going to happen? And I think that you'll find that, yeah, it is a task. It is something that, especially in the beginning, you may not want to do. And even if you're really into fitness, there's just days you don't want to show up. I love going to the gym. I love going to the elliptical. Elliptical excites the hell out of me. But there are days when I'm tired. I may not be feeling great. I just don't want to. But I'll tell you this: when I get off that elliptical, when I walk out that gym, my mood is totally different.
That's the
The
key.
things that were weighing me down, they just feel a little lighter. They just feel a little easier because my brain has had some time to reset. A lot of people are into meditation. I'm not big on meditation. I'm not saying you should not meditate. I'm only speaking about my experience. Meditating for me is not the same as some other people who really enjoy it. There are some people who can meditate for 45 minutes. They need it. It helps with their mental health. It helps reset. For me, that's what the elliptical does. When I'm on that elliptical, I'm not thinking about what's going on with my daughter and what's going on with my job and what this woman is talking about and what's going on in my apartment and damn, did I put down enough mouse traps to catch that mouse I keep seeing? I'm not thinking of any of that. I'm just in the zone. And I find that helps with my mental health. It's something that even on a bad day, this helps just a little bit. And the same way we joke about Little Sweet, the same way we joke about all these other things helping, well, this helps just a little bit. And my question is to the audience, and you guys can respond in the comments, I guess. My question is, if it helps just a little bit, isn't it worth it? Especially in this day and age. So that's my take. You can dive in if you want, Dre.
No, I got you. Um, yeah, I agree with everything you said. Um, you know, when I was coming up, this word is now well accepted, but when I was coming up, especially in college, it was a new term, and that term was called wellness, right? It was so new that it wasn't in a dictionary yet. It
Mm-hmm.
was the fact that people were looking at the human body as not just the physical, but also, as you're saying, the mental, and so and we can even go further and say like even the spiritual aspects. So it's like you can't you could separate them to study it, but you have to understand that as human beings we're all these things, and all of them needs to be taken care of. All of them needs to be flourishing as
Right.
much as possible. um when I train martial arts, I always tell people things are like it's like a triangle, right? In terms of your wellness, right? The base of the triangle, I consider that your spiritual being, right? So all the things you need to build your spirit. If that's strong, right after that you got to have like your mental, your mind, your mentality. That's your sort of like know-how, techniques and all that other stuff. Then the very little top, the piece of that is the physical. It's like that's that is how it should go. Your base needs to be you need to have this like spiritual base that is that's that thing that tells you keep going no matter what. You can, don't give up, blah blah blah. All that resides in the spiritual. Your mind is, your knowledge, your technique. Okay, try this, do this. And then the physical in terms of your body, you know, how you look, how all that, how you feel. And I say all that to say, like, when you said, sometimes, yeah, we may not be in the mood to work out, and it might feel like a task. And I agree with you. When you actually do it, you do feel way better for like most people. But that's why we always say, hey, you got to find something you really like, because if you don't like the gym, then you got to find someplace else.
Right.
But if there's a day where you don't want to go or you can't go, don't go. It shouldn't be a stressful thing. You should be like the kid about to go to Toys R Us. For those younger you, there used to be a thing called Toys R Us
Right.
before Amazon came along. So,
Right. Right.
but as a kid, you would get excited. Yeah, we're about to go to Toys R Us. You'd be like, yay, we're about to go.
Right.
So when I'm going to the gym, that's the way I feel. Like, man, okay, what I'm gonna do today? I mean, I know I just went yesterday, but I'm gonna do something today too.
Right.
So it should be that excitement when you go. And in terms of your mental health, it has to be this connection, because if your mind isn't there into the gym and what you're doing, you're kind of just going about the motions, and it will show in terms of how effective your workout is. You know, you're not pushing as much as you wanted or pulling them as much as you wanted. You're not squatting the way you might have wanted to. Everything's a little bit off, and you don't feel right. And there's been times I know for me where I walked into the gym and I just wasn't right mentally. I wasn't right, and I walk out. I'm like, nah, I
Mm.
can't, not today. I can't do it today. Something else going on. Maybe I need to take a nap because I'm tired.
Right.
Maybe I just got something on my mind that is it's so present that I have to just deal with that thing for a second, and I can't do this gym today. That doesn't happen that often, but it has happened. Um we're just human beings, you know what I'm saying? We're not robots. So
Right.
this sense of you trying to program yourself to say like every day at this time, that's when I go. If you can do that, great. But because you're a human being and you have so many other things impacting your life, you might have to say to yourself, okay, you know what? There's this thing happening. I can't deal with that right now. So don't deal with it. Take
Right.
that break if you need to. We always say on this podcast, listen to your body. And that doesn't just mean the aches and pains you might feel in your body. That's also, your mind, you know, like where your headspace is at. Maybe it's
Right.
too cloudy, maybe it's too much stuff going on. You just, you keep thinking about that thing that happened at work. So it's like, all right, if you need to stay home and think about that, stay home and think about it. Maybe for your workout, you're just gonna take a walk. Like, now today I'm just gonna walk these 10,000 steps and walk by I live by a lake. Maybe a lot of times I just go by the lake. You know, I don't I don't really have the answers. I'm just gonna go to the lake and just let the therapeutic scenery do its job. You know,
Right.
because everything for me, when you're talking about meditation isn't just this one thing and you do it one way. Meditation itself is a spectrum. So even though you say, okay, yeah, you don't do meditation, yeah, you may not cross your legs and sit this way and
Right.
that's one way of doing meditation. But that doesn't mean that's the only way. Meditation is very much you getting on that elliptical and doing your thing. Well, how is that? Very easy, as you just described. When you get on there, you stay focused on one thing. That's what meditation is, and then emptying your mind. Doesn't matter what that thing is. If I'm taking a walk to the lake or just staring at the lake and I've just emptied my mind on nothing else, I'm just staring into the lake. I'm focused on that one thing.
Hmm.
I'm meditating. If I'm doing, you know, eh, what I tell people when I go, and I've said it here on the podcast, is, the gym for me is therapy. You know, meditation is very much, if you got that, you bench pressing, you got 300 pounds on your chest, and you got it. I don't care what you think is on your mind. If it's free weights and you got to push that thing off, trust me, the only thing you're focusing on
Is getting
is
that
that
shit off
weight
you.
off of you. Right.
Yep.
Everything else doesn't matter.
Right.
Oh, I can't pay my bills. But right now that don't matter. Right. So you're not thinking about no kids or bills or jobs. I got to get this thing off. And
Right.
so that's why exercise is a great form of meditation or therapy, because when you're into it, you have that single mind. You focused on one thing in front of you. You finished, you look around, all right, that piece of equipment, you're next. And you just stay focused on that. It's a great way to practice one's meditation. And by meditation, I mean, as I defined it, focusing on one thing and emptying your mind of anything else. When you can achieve that, then you can achieve those things in sort of like other things. You're doing a task, you're doing your homework, you're doing some work related thing. I'm just going to stay on this. I'm not going to pick up that phone. I'm not going to listen to that music or do a text or something. I'm just going to stay focused on this thing. So yeah, man, I feel that in terms of one's mental health, it's something that you have to kind of put first before all the physical stuff. You have to put that first and be in touch with how you feel. Be in touch with where are you, your state of mind, your state of being, and use different tools to help you through it. It's just that for guys like us, we know that the gym or just exercise in general is a great tool, a great therapeutic tool to help one kind of get through things.
Yep. I agree. And sometimes you need to get yourself ready even for the gym. I know me, right now I have a lot going on. Sometimes I'm not ready to get to the gym. So on my train ride there or on my walk there, I'm getting ready. Okay, listen, you're gonna have to put these other things in your back pocket for now. Okay, listen, what am I gonna do? Sometimes I just zone in on that. On my way there, I mean, I think about it like the walk to the ring for a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Like that walk, it's like, okay, time to focus, time to get in my zone. It's like, yeah, this thing is happening at home. This thing is happening with a lady friend. Okay, yeah, my daughter is having this other thing happen. Oh man, I forgot to put up this clip that me and Andre said we're gonna post. Oh man, okay, but none of that right now has to be my focus. I have to start, okay, yeah, I can come up with solutions for all of these things later. I can schedule these things later, but right now we got to get ready for what's coming. Okay, what we gonna do today? All right, great. We're gonna do legs. All right, cool. What machines we gonna do on the legs? Oh, okay, maybe I'll do this machine. All right, okay. So it's 7 p.m. All right, well maybe right now, sorry, my alarm is going off. Maybe right now, the squat machine is not available. Okay, so let me see what else could I do. All right, 7 o'clock. I know that's that after work crowd. Maybe I'm not gonna do legs. Maybe a lot of the legs and the chest machines are gonna be taken. You know what? Maybe I'll freak it. Maybe today I'll do extra cardio. Or when I walk in, that's my last little check. All right, what's the scene looking like? Oh, there's mad dumbbells available. All right, maybe I'm gonna do arms. I wanted to do chest. I was hyped to do chest. Let me call an audible real quick. Let me start focusing on, okay, what can I do for arms today? All right, cool. So I say all of that to give small examples of the way I'm trying to zone in, the way I'm trying to begin to reshape my thoughts. One of my favorite quotes from Star Wars, Liam Neeson's character, Qui Gon Jinn says, "Your focus determines your reality." And that's one of my favorite Star Wars quotes because I think that it's very relevant. I think it's very true. And I think that when you focus on certain things, like you said, that other stuff, it gets blocked out. That other stuff, it doesn't matter. You start forming that tunnel vision.
Yes,
And
sir.
I think that is a big part of it. And don't get me wrong, maybe life is crumbling around you, but sometimes this helps. And I'm gonna share a quick story before I break out. um at one point I was working at a Walmart, and this is a couple years ago now. And this dude who was super cool, he's one of the nicest guys I met there. Everyone loved this dude. He was going through a really hard time, and you could tell like something was really, really wrong. And I didn't know him well, so I didn't ask what was wrong or whatever. But one day I just asked him, "Say, hey, man, are you good?" He said, "I'm really not, but I'm working on it." And I said, "All right, well, if you need anything, I'm here." And I remember one day there was this switch, and it was like everything was gone. And I didn't say anything, but I noticed it. I peeped it, as we say. And I noticed for a week or so, he was in like this great mood. He like had a brand new shave. He had like this big beard. Beard was gone. It was trimmed. He was looking clean. He was like back to being bouncy and perky. I said, "Oh, this is great." And I walked over to him one day on lunch break and I said, "Hey man, can I chat with you for just a second?" He said, "Yeah, man, of course. Come on, sit down." Super tall, super regular white guy. You know what I'm saying? Super regular. He was he was like 6'5", really slim, older cat. Um, I was like 28. I say dude was at least in his mid 50s. And I asked him one day, I said, I noticed that since our last talk, your mood has changed drastically, and I just want to say I'm happy for you. And you know, you never asked me, you never reached out. I told you I'm here. You never reached out, and I just want to say, man to man, I respect it. And he cut me off and said, man, and he told me this whole story. I'm not going to put all his business out there, but he's basically divorced and homeless at this point. I said, man, that's really tough. Is there anything I can do to help? He said, man, I'm great. Somebody here told me the best shit I ever heard in my life. I said, what's that? He said, did you know Planet Fitness is only $20 a month? I said, yeah. I was so confused. I said, yeah. He said, "Well, I've been living in my truck and showering at Planet Fitness. And that's what I initially thought about. I don't have a lot of money, but I figured, fuck it, I've got $20 a month. I can live in my truck and I can shower at Planet Fitness. And it's working." But you know what else I discovered? I said, "What?" He said, "I fucking love being at Planet Fitness." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah. There's like this great community of people there. And I've been finding myself working out some days. I'm not even into fitness, but I just go there. It's such a great vibe. And there's just really cool people. And I just go there and sometimes I just work out. Some days I don't even want to work out. I'll just walk the treadmill. But I'm walking that treadmill and I'm looking around and man, life is good. I've got a nice brisk walk on the treadmill. I've taken a shower. And then I go in my car and I put on some music I like and eat a nice peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Life is good." I said, "Wow. Look at this." I've never forgotten that story
Mm,
because that's something that has stood with me through the years. I said, first of all, this man is the ultimate survivor. I never would have thought live in a truck and like he went super minimalist, which is a whole nother conversation. But he was like,
yeah,
"I'ma just focus on the shit that really matters and go bare minimum." And he had this huge truck. He had a truck similar to yours, but I think he had a bigger one to be honest.
yeah.
And son was just like, "Yo, I showered at Planet Fitness. That's a free shower every day with my $20." And then son was just enjoying life. And he was like, "Yo, those walks on the treadmill are sometimes the best shit ever." And he didn't need to work out. He was this slim cat. Like he was in pretty decent health. He's looking good at 50 something, honestly. But he just found his place there. And I was like, "Yo, look at this." Like, my best friend would say, "Look at God." That- that's what she liked to say. "Look at God, Jay." Yo, look at God, son.
Yo, man. And that just tells you, in terms of what we call happiness,
Right,
a lot of times you don't need a lot,
right,
you know. And I know you got to go, but that's why I try to tell a lot of people, especially people who are parents like yourself,
right.
and maybe they don't have a lot of money and this and that, and they're always like, "Oh man, I want to get my kids this, I want to get my kids that." And I'm like, yo, your kids gonna always want this and want that, but more than anything else, they want to spend time with you.
That's right,
You know what I'm saying? That's more than that P5 and the new latest device, whatever.
right.
If you don't got money for it, you don't got money for it. They'll accept no, but that time with them is everything. And we living in a time where we do put a price tag on almost everything, but it's those intangibles. Like
Yep,
like like that dude said, just understanding what you can get, what you can't get, and then
yep.
trying to maneuver. You know, so that's what's up, man.
That's it. All right, man. I gotta run,
Yep.
literally. So we out of here.
All
You know what I'm
right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? And let's roll out, roll out, roll out, roll out. Let's roll out.